All right, are we live? Hello, hello. Looks like I'm live, and my self stream is muted, so I'm not echoing like I was in test number two. So let me tell you what I'm going to do this weekend, because test stream number one did not save because I had the save setting turned off as default in Twitch. So this weekend I'm going to hopefully try to tinker around in my programming language syntran. This is an interpreted language, and the interpreter is written in Fortran. It's written in Fortran, but the language itself looks nothing like Fortran. So, what do I have open here? Oh, I need to, let me exit NeoVim, and then go back to NeoVim. Okay, so here's NeoVim. Let me go back to the file that I just had open. So this is the core of the interpreter. What I'm planning to do tomorrow is work on compound assignment operators like plus equals. If you want to increment a variable I, for example, you could type I plus equals 1, like that. My language does not have that yet, so currently what I have to do is I equals I plus 1, and you have to terminate statements with a semicolon, like C. So that's what I'm planning to do this weekend. Hopefully it works out and it's not entirely embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, the interpreter is written in Fortran. Here's a quick scroll of some of it. There are a bunch of types. This is a gargantuan file. It's like 6,000 lines because Fortran makes it really difficult to split modules when everything depends on itself. So that's not what I wanted. Split vertical. There we go. I'm still working on getting the Vim key bindings into memory, which I've been configuring for the past couple weeks. So I can show you a little syntran source code. Let me go to linear algebra because that stuff is interesting. Test 6, that's probably, let's keep it simple. Let's look at test 1. Nope, test 1 is still pretty in-depth. How do I get back to explore? Leader E. No, I don't have a shortcut for that. So I just have to, there we go. Okay. Okay, I could do space to go back. I could talk about my key bindings and my Vim and tmux configuration at some point if you guys want me to. Actually, that's what I spent a lot of test stream number 1 doing, but then it didn't save, so oh well. I mean, I knew there was a pretty good chance that I was going to lose that stream, so I shouldn't have talked for as long as I did. So this is syntran source code on the right. While we're here, why don't I do like a hello world? Like, this is a little bit complicated. Let me do something a little simpler. So let me go into yet another window. Let me build it. Let me split. There we go, there's a split. Let me do, wow, sorry about that. I should probably turn off my desktop sound so that you don't hear those dings all the time. Let's do Twitch 0. Let's index from 0. The conventional extension that I've been using is .syntran. It really doesn't matter what extension you use, but that's what I've been using for everything. So let's do hello world. Hello world is trivial. It's just going to be hello. Let's say hello Twitch. Let's start out hello world, and then I'll edit it, and you can see that it actually does something. So I built the interpreter, which is named syntran, and it goes into a directory named build. So I have my CMake scripts set up. So to interpret my hello world program, I'm just going to run the interpreter, which is called syntran, and then I'm going to give it the name of the file to interpret, so scratch Twitch 0. And there's a banner, which I should probably hide. And why the hell did I type hello, hello? I meant to type hello world. So let's do that again. See, now it says hello world. Let's add some new lines in here for readability. This is kind of a dumb way to print things, but I'll explain this in a second. Oh no. Yeah, That's one of the quirks of syntran. When you have a global main function anonymously like this, where I have an imperative script like you would do in Python without any functions, the only thing it prints is the last thing that it evaluates. We can do this a different way where we interpret it line by line as if I was typing this into the interpreter in a REPL loop. So that's a little bit different. There you see there, it says hello world, and it also has a bunch of syntran prompts, which it prints the prompt when you're running it interactively, like this. So every time I hit enter, the syntran prompt gets duplicated. It does not usually do that if you interpret a whole file at once, like I was doing up here. So I can do hello Twitch interactively. And it basically echoes out everything that I type. So if I type a string, it echoes the string. If I type a number, it echoes the number. I can do arithmetic. I can do multiplication. Order of operations is correct, so we can do that in the other order, and it's still 7. You can use parentheses. Now it's 8 instead of 7. And then to exit this, it's pretty primitive. You just do Control-C. But before I do that, let me turn on tree display. So does the up arrow work? No, the up arrow doesn't work. It puts these gibberish characters into the interpreter, and then it thinks that I need to like end a line or something. Yeah, so let me just kill that and start again. So you kill it with Control-C. That's kind of primitive, but I'm not all about usability. If I have Control-C and it works, I'm just going to stick with Control-C. Yeah, so I wanted to show you the tree. This is based a lot on Immo Landverth's how to build a compiler series. So the tree syntax, I think I stole that from him. Well, that's not very helpful. This used to work. I haven't used it in a while, and it doesn't work anymore. So, yeah. Forget about that. But yeah, let's go back to this hello world program. So it only prints the last thing when I run interactively. When I run interpreting the whole file at once. So there it is. I can change that to hello Twitch. Let me get my cursor out of the way. Now it says hello Twitch, but if I want to print everything without using that holy C style, then you have to use print line. I think I can do it without arguments to print a new line by itself. And then if I want another couple new lines at the end, we can do it like that. And there we go. Now I have hello world with a bunch of new lines buffering the output so that you don't get confused with the banner. I should probably add an option to hide the banner, but who has time to do that? I want to do like exciting stuff like plus equals this weekend. So why waste time on hiding the banner when I can do cool stuff like plus equals? So that's hello world. You can make a function. Hopefully you remember this. So this is going to be a void function, so I don't have any return type, and I can just do that. Notice there's no syntax highlighting. The cool thing when you make your own programming language is you just have to raw dog it without any syntax highlighting, unless you make the syntax highlighting yourself as a plugin for whatever editor you use. And I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm just raw dogging it without syntax highlighting. What the hell is that? Is it not? Oh. I have to call the main function. Nope. I'm a little bit confused because I've never seen that before. Maybe it doesn't like my empty print lines. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so to print a new line, you can't do that yet. Oh, wait, it does work. It just doesn't return anything. Is that the problem? So if I put one at the end, Well, what the hell was wrong with it before? This is exactly what I had. Okay, I think I forgot to call main, so if I comment that out, yeah, there's no return value. To return, I can just put 0 at the end of my anonymous global main function, and no more invalid value. But if I do that, yeah. So it was trying, if I don't return anything and I don't call main, then this whole program does nothing. So it doesn't return an empty string, it doesn't return a 0, it doesn't return anything. And then when the interpreter tries to print the final value, it says, hey, I didn't get a value, I got null, I got void, which is error, invalid value. There's a lot of cool stuff here that I think I stole from IMO, like my error, it's colored red. If I do the testing suite, it's sort of like, I guess it's more integration testing than unit testing. But if I run my test suite, it's green. If I break a test, let's see what I have open. Let me edit one of my tests. I don't know, let's change this 69 to 68 and rerun the tests. Now there's red text at the bottom as the summary. Notice I went from 372 tests passed to 371 pass and 1 fail. Also, there's red text at the failure one, so it says test ID 2 from binary arithmetic. So this is my binary arithmetic testing module. This is the second test in this array within this module. So yeah, that's the one that failed. If I put it back to 69, my test should be very nice. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna try, or maybe Sunday, I don't really know when. Maybe not at all, maybe I'll do something else this weekend. I'm gonna try to do a plus equals operator, so hopefully that works out and hopefully it's not entirely embarrassing. So yeah, that's it for this test stream number 3 and preview for the weekend. I'll see you guys next time.